Okay everybody, today's date is December 10th, 2015. This is video 2. Title this video with the same title that video 1 is, or title that video and this one, Learning Disabled Woman Exposes the GangStalking Human Traffickers, San Diego. This is the second video of a two-part video series in reference to where I left off at concerning that video. Now, when I made that video, it was about 50 minutes long, and I was still talking after the 50 minutes, and the camera shut itself off after the 50 minutes, and I didn't know it, so I was continuing to talk while the video camera was already turned off, because I passed the 50 minutes and didn't know it. So just bear with me, and you'll understand what I'm talking about in a minute. Hold on. I'm going to give you an example right now concerning how GangStalking can operate, okay? Concerning what they're doing. This is also a prediction video. Listen closely, okay? Now, organized stalking, gang-stalking expeditions, one of the main things that they do is they will form mental, and I've talked about this in a lot of my videos, but this is pertaining to possible current and real future, near future events. Hear me out. Now, so I'm going to have to talk about how they form mental association with a target in order to steer the target's thinking once the mental association has been formed. So here goes. In the organized stalking, gang stalking of me, they have propped up, I got over 1,000 audio files of individuals getting around me every single day, everywhere I go, and saying, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, weird, gang stalk, crazy, gang stalk, suck my dick. I just left Ross grocery store off of La Jolla Village Square Drive, and it was repeated around me again today in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, as soon as I can bring it up, I'm also predicting, let's see if anybody comes here as I'm making this video at this location, okay, and after I stop making it, okay, for the entire time while I am still here. Alright, hold on a minute. Now, I'm going to give you an analogy that I briefly discussed in the previous video, which is the first video of this two-part video series, okay. This analogy is as follows. I was discussing in the first video about how let's say a neighbor who was, became aware of some neighborhood low-life punks, whether they be teenagers, young adults, or middle-aged, whatever, and they had become known in their neighborhood to be associated to crimes, robbery, home invasion, assaults, you name it. Now, the neighbors had become aware that these individuals are involved in these kinds of things because they've even broken into some of their neighbors' homes, okay? Now, these punks, what they will do is that, the neighbors, what they will then have is a mental association to these specific individuals. Well, this is how organized stalking and gang stalking absolutely will operate. And what do you think I mean pertaining to this illustration? Well, think about it this way. Say if you are aware that 3 to 4 punks in your neighborhood have been involved in these aforementioned crimes, would you ever allow them to lead your son or daughter or wife or your close friends to destinations based on how can I best word it? Just bear with me just one second. Trust me on this, okay? What I'm trying to say is this. Would you ever take the direction of anybody that you know, okay, is involved in crime? Would you take direction from them to go to anywhere they are leading you to? No, because you are making healthy, and safety choices. Absolutely. Okay? That would be like you knowing these 3 or 4 punks have been involved in a possible rape. Would you allow them to talk your daughter or son into going to a second place? Absolutely not. You know it, and I know it. Now, here's what I'm leading to. One of the ways that they intentionally mentally let me know that I'm being gang stalked is by propping individuals up along my route to repeat the name of the crime that's happening to me in specific ways. I'm going to prove it in this video as much as I can, because I'm starting to run out a little bit of time here pertaining to what I got to still do for the rest of the day. So one of the things that they've been doing, I got 1,000 audio files to prove it, is propping up individuals to get along my routes every single day, everywhere I go, and have them repeat, gang stalk, gang stalking, gang stalker, gang stalk, suck my dick, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy. Now the individual or individuals and or group that is in the system that is propping up this harassment, that's perpetrating the gang stalking of me and several other targets in San Diego, okay, they know that I got this evidence, this audio evidence of this being said around me, because cyber surveillance is a method of these crimes pertaining to them cyber surveilling the target's activities online. And a huge portion, well, let me just put it this way, there's at least 200 videos online of evidence of this being said around me, okay? So through the cyber surveillance, they are absolutely aware that I'm wearing a tape recorder and catching this evidence, which means they know I got it, okay? So what they want to make sure that they are able to do is try to head the target off at the pass before the target can get any uncorrupted legal assistance, because they're aware that the evidence exists. Therefore, they can prove the places that have been involved in the harassment and the extreme civil and human rights violations of the target, and the police that have violated the target's constitutionally guaranteed rights and civil rights. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay? So what they want to be able to do is first, they create the homelessness of a target, which they've done with me. Then what they do is stage events periodically throughout the while denying them any type of law enforcement assistance, legal assistance, crime victim assistance, as this homelessness is occurring and continuing. And in the midst of all this lengthy time of homelessness, what they will do is periodically stage events at where the target's living at. And these staged events include, but not limited to, staged assaults, staged arrest, staged tickets for illegal lodging, staged arrest and tickets for illegal lodging, staged arrest or tickets for illegal encroachment, staged arrest or tickets for trespassing. Then what they'll do is use these tickets to whisk the target before the courts, okay, and sucker them into using a public defender who is absolutely involved in the organized stalking criminal syndicate that is attached to the gang stalking. Absolutely. Alright, now hold on a second, I gotta get my glasses out. So what they will do is, when these illegal lodging tickets and or arrests are given to the target, or happen to a target, what they will do then is bring the targets before the court. And the target will say, well, I'm experiencing a specific type of crime and I can't get no help concerning it, and this crime even made me homeless, and when I was approached by police and given illegal lodging tickets, they didn't even offer me any homeless services. So what the public defender will do is work in concert possibly with a judge or by themselves and say, well, let's give Leslie some links so she can go to homeless services so she can get out of the homelessness. Well, what will they do before this court date that brings this about? They will intentionally, mentally associate themselves to this campaign. Absolutely. And I'm about ready to prove it to you right now as soon as I can bring the video up. Alright, here we go. Go to YouTube right now and type in San Diego Prosecutors and Public Defenders, repeat, gang stalker, suck my dick, gang stalker, oh my god. I want you to listen to that video. In the video shows me showing a tape recorder of it being caught, including the date that it was caught. As this is occurring, 4 public defenders saying it and 3 prosecutors, while my public defender is standing there right with them, literally 1 foot away from them, laughing as it's occurring. This same public defender is the public defender who was told by the judge to provide me with links to homeless shelters. Now, go to Google and type in homeless shelters and gang stalking, charities and gang stalking, social services and gang stalking, women's shelters and gang stalking, domestic violence shelters and gang stalking. Hold on. Now, would you trust any place, okay, that a public defender who's already been absolutely associated to this crime, would you trust anywhere that she tries to lead you to, and maybe even how the courts will force you there? No. And they know it. And that's why they did it. because the whole goal is to make it appear that procedures were followed in court on paper. Miss Williams was provided with links to go to homeless shelters. She chose not to. She chose to stay homeless as a result. She then got robbed, raped, or assaulted and or arrested again. And so we think, the court will say, we think that Miss Williams is not making healthy, appropriate decisions to take care of herself and keep herself safe. Therefore, we better take probate control of her. This is done for racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking inside a syndicated run, organized crime group home, detention center, or any other type of facility. Even if I did go to these homeless shelters, I guarantee you I will be gang stalked there, especially after the papers are signed, in order to motivate me to leave, in order for me to feel safe. Now, the reason why the target feels so unsafe concerning any environment where they know they're being gang stalked at is because they already had made sure that the target knows they are not safe because of the gang stalking by staging assaults, robberies, rapes, and letting the target know that this assault was because of gang stalking, which I'm going to prove to you right now. Okay? Also, go to Google and type in UCSD and Law Library, are they networking gang stalking? I strongly suggest you do this because the evidence in it is massive. It's in your face, it's indisputable, it's black and white, it's right there. Absolutely. Okay, now this is the roles that the police will play a role in, park rangers, San Diego prosecutors, San Diego public defenders, and even connected judges. Absolutely, make no mistake about it. I know how these filthy whores operate because of experience and exhaustive and educated knowledge that comes from exhaustive, extensive research pertaining to what is happening to other targets. So go to that blog. What you're about ready to hear is two men on a sidewalk on Gilman Road repeating gang stalk, gang stalking, gang of stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. This was their way to associate a threat of being assaulted to gang stalking by literally repeating the name of the crime that's happening to me while threatening me. Hold on, it's coming up. It's an Instagram. This Instagram is in the blog, okay? It's taking a second for it to come out. This is the Thanksgiving event Instagram that's in the blog. Alright? Now this is literally how gang stalking operates. I've already discussed this on at least 50 to 75 separate audio files, okay? In many videos. Now, it shouldn't be taking this long for this to come up, so... So if it doesn't come up before this video camera shuts itself off because the battery light is flashing, just look for the Thanksgiving Instagram in the blog. Now, why isn't this operating? Okay? So remember the title of the YouTube video that I just showed you as well. Alright, let me clean some cache memory. Now, they will use homeless men towards women at their hiking areas in order to stage an event. They just stole my bike 3 days ago. Okay? And they had me assaulted. That occurred on December 7th, and they had me assaulted on December 2nd at the VA at San Diego. So what they're doing concerning that is to make me hyper vigilant about what's going to happen next. Now, this was played to at least 10 different San Diego police officers. They all denied hearing it, even though the phone was held up right to their face. Because once they put it on a police report that I am factually being gang stalked, then they have no normal appearing legal reason to not investigate it. Once they investigate it, then the places that have been involved in it can be sued. Do you understand? So what the police are doing is allowing it to occur So these things can transpire in order to trap me in an isolated environment, trying to claim that I'm a threat to myself or others by defending myself as a result of when they re-prop up homeless men to approach me and act extremely intimidating, okay, and threatening, okay, or act like they're going to approach my stuff and steal it, and I defend it or myself. That way, either them or a stage third party can claim that I was using inappropriate defensive postures pertaining to what was really transpiring, because that's another way they get probate control of you, is to assault you, to make you feel threatened you're going to be assaulted, to put you in a hypervigilant mindset, so when they reintroduce another person to you that acts extremely intimidating, okay, then they can say that your response to it was inappropriate and that you're a threat to yourself or others, and this is how they get the probate control. That's why they stole my bike. And then we'll have homeless men approach me at isolated areas to make me believe that, well, this bike's gonna get stolen, in order to make me defend it, so they can then claim, oh, so a big staged event will occur, and then them or a third party or me, all depending on how bad the event is, will call the police. That way the police then have a normal appearing reason to come here and give me another ticket for illegal lodging, okay, illegal encroachment, trespassing, or even arrest. So they can whisk me back before the judge with the same corrupt public defender's office that has been caught. Do you understand how this works now? Their schemes achieved through, but not limited to, the illegal GPS tracking of my cell phone. It's how they're propping up the events. That's right. So go to that blog, because the evidence that's in that blog alone is massive. It's massive. It's in your face. It's literally in your face. Okay, so hold on. So I made a prediction concerning about going to a specific area today. On my way to that area, I said, let's see if any homeless men approach me. Let's see if any homeless men are already in the area or arrive after I get there. And within 5 minutes of me arriving and sitting down at that area, one came to it. Now, what's the likelihood of that occurring if this wasn't happening towards me? The assault that I endured at the San Diego VA on December 2nd, 2015 was predicted by me in a tape recorder at a separate environment before I caught the bus to go there, and on the bus right before I got off of it. And the assault took place within 5 minutes of me getting off the bus. The sixth of 6 assaults, all of them predicted. So go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus," and look at what's in it. Okay? Now, so go to that blog, please go to that blog, and you will see what's happening to me. Now, they will also reroute emails that I send to law firms and lawyers, tweets that I send to law firms and lawyers, sending them tweets for help, sending them evidence, so the target can remain isolated in this campaign until the staged events can bring about the additional tickets that they need so the courts can be used. Today, I went and typed in La Jolla police misconduct lawyers, pasted what came up in my email account and put it in that blog, and they know it through cyber surveillance. So you better believe they're going to pull something here before Monday, maybe even before tomorrow morning, because I'm going to be uploading this video tomorrow morning. So remember, go to YouTube and type in San Diego Prosecutors and Public Defenders, repeat, GangStalker, suck my dick. Look at the date it was uploaded, look at the date the evidence was caught, then go to YouTube and type in this, 4/15/14 caught gang-stalking learning disabled woman, La Jolla, California. What I'm describing in that video and exposing in that video, okay, is identical to what was caught from the San Diego Prosecutors and Public Defenders pertaining to what they're stating, pertaining to what they were caught in doing. And it's 17 to 19 months apart in 2 different locations that are 30 miles apart, same technique. And guess where that video was made? The one that says caught in it? Guess where it was made? Right now I'm at Bill Can. I'm in San Diego, California. Please say a prayer for my safety. If you could try and contact Dan Gillian, he's a San Diego super lawyer for me, okay? The Ezekiel Law Firm, downtown San Diego, and any other La Jolla, California police misconduct lawyer, and tell them what's happening to me. There's also my Twitter account handle that is exposed in that blog, and I usually post tweets about where I'm going and what's currently transpiring towards me. Maybe they can find me as a result concerning that as well. My next court date is January 5th, 2015, 9 a.m., concerning me and the public defender and the judge pertaining to her proving that she gave me links to homeless shelters. Let's see if what I'm predicting is coming true. Today's date is December 10th, 2015. Thank you.